I think I figured it out.
Said you added the YouTube app.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably going to work now, yeah?
I would hope so.
And
I'm crossing fingers and toes.
if I didn't, yeah, otherwise, if this doesn't work, I'll have to try it like myself, you know what I mean?
Right.
And because I can't account for, it seemed to me that we had it the other day, it's just I didn't get a chance to see the video. There you go. So you must have had, you know what I mean? I'm not.
Oh my God, it's a freaking process.
I'm not. I sent Christina the link. Is she there yet?
Uh-oh. Now we need to mute. Everybody mute. Oh, wow. Wow. Delay.
Somebody has their show player on BTR, so they need to shut that off if they're going to be on the Hangout.
Right.
Yeah. And or else they all just open the YouTube and they're getting the sound there too. So make sure you only have your speakers coming from one place, people who are listening.
Wow.
And I would recommend that if you're trying to watch that you just... What's so funny?
This is a trip. That's what's so funny.
Don't delete this after, because I need to hear the product, you know, to try and figure out what... Because I can hear fine right now. You must be laughing because there's feedback for you or something. Is that it? I'm so dizzy, my head is spinning. Christina hasn't even found her way back to the Hangout. So, Solana, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay. Earlier on, when Christina was talking, I heard her for a while. I heard her on BTR. When I shut the sound off on BTR...
Oh my God, that's repeating.
So you have the sound open in two places then, Solana.
I'm looking.
This is like White Cane Week, the blind leading the blind over here at Paranormal Psychic Radio. Thank you for joining us today, everybody. Okay, so can I speak to you now? Hello. Yes. Go ahead, Chris. Okay. So then when I shut off the sound on BTR because it was so out of sync with the video on the Hangout, I could hear you, Solana, but not Christina, and it showed me on the Hangout page that her mic was muted. Okay. So, and I kept trying to say that to you in Skype and in the chat room, and all to no avail. And then you just aborted the whole thing anyway. So, so I was unable to, because what I wanted to do was test, okay, I have Christina and Solana on BTR, check, you know what I mean? So anyone who's just listening to your BTR show would be fine with their sound. Then I wanted to mute that sound and go over to the Hangout and see if I could hear a BTR caller through the Hangout who was not attached to the Hangout. You know what I mean? Because I can't tell whether we were hearing Christina because she was attached to the Hangout or whether she was a connected caller on your BTR show. So we need to test a caller from BTR who's not at the Hangout and see if we... Hello, Christina. Nice of you to join. Okay, so I'm going to shut up now, but try to bring a caller on, Solana, who's not at the Hangout, okay, so that later on when we go view this debacle, we can see whether their sound came through to the Hangout or not, okay? That's what I'm trying to ascertain. Okay, Chris. Now everybody's muted. I don't understand. I'm going to mute myself. I see all your lips moving. But you're all muted on Except Christina's unmuted now. Solana, why are you muted on? Why is your
I'm
speaker?
back.
There we go. Solana, unmute your mic on Hangout.
We need to figure out how to turn the sound off of Blog Talk.
Well, no, just go over to Blog Talk,
Mm-hmm.
and at the top of the page, you see the blue bar across the top, and that's the player. And just go to the far right underneath your little avatar picture and click the speaker to exit out. It's that easy.
Okay, I got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Solana, how come your mic is muted on the Hangout? She's like just smiling. There you go.
I'm hearing all kinds of things going on in my head.
Okay. Well, you are a medium.
A little more than usual.
Okay. So, Solana, what are you hearing that you shouldn't be hearing?
I am hearing the conversation about you telling her how to hit the player on the top of BTR page.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what you should have been hearing.
I'm still hearing it right now.
Oh. Okay, then that's on delay. So it's playing on BTR somewhere for you. Or
How can it?
do you
I'm just in my studio.
listen, you only have the Hangout open?
I have the Hangout open, but there's no sound.
Do you have the YouTube page open also?
Yeah, but I've got that muted. Now I'm still hearing the delayed conversation.
It's illogical, so you have to have the show open somewhere else in another tab somewhere,
I know.
Solana. You must.
Ah.
And muting your mic isn't going to help you.
Go out of your YouTube. You don't even need to be in YouTube now, so go ahead and just click out of YouTube.
It's BTR. She's hearing the BTR delayed, I think. I would only have Hangout or YouTube open, but double, triple check that you do not have the show page open in a different window somewhere from earlier. Or
I'm not getting any feedback now because the only thing I have opened is my Google Hangout, and I have BTR completely
Okay.
X'd out.
All right. I think I'm. Like,
are you okay now,
getting it
Solana?
all. That was a lot of fun. I mean, I normally hear voices in my head, but that was a bit much.
Now, Solana, please humor me, and it'll be the last thing I say.
Really?
Please humor me. If you have a caller on your BTR switchboard who is not on the Hangout, not on the Hangout, please bring them on and test their sound.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see who the lucky winner will be. All right, so this is area code 402. You're on with us as a tester. How lucky you are. Can you hear us? All right, I hear her. Does everybody else hear her?
No, her sound's not coming through the Hangout.
Oh, okay.
That's what I've
That
wanted
sound
to
doesn't-
test. That's what I've wanted to test.
Can you hear Chris saying that's what she wanted to test?
Yeah.
She's
No, not
asking
you,
402.
Christina.
She's asking 402. 402, can you hear Chris? From Curious
Yeah.
Times, airing 10 p.m. Eastern? I'm just kidding.
Well, she's not hearing you, Chris.
She's not hearing me.
No, and let me see. Okay. Oh, it was crazy for me too. I got Christina unmuted on BTR
I'm here.
switchboard. Oh no, but now you need to mute the Google Hangout.
You want me to?
So
mute? Oh.
this isn't translating then to Google Hangout, is what's happening, right?
Well, yeah, and that's the... Hello, Renee Richards.
That's the gist of it. What we want to
See,
do.
and that's what I kind of wish we had been able to determine on. It's working, like, seriously, all that happens is you set up a Hangout, you go live with your BTR show, then you can clinkety clank. That you go live with your BTR show, and then you click go live with the Hangout. I don't know why at this moment you need to stream live to YouTube also, because whatever's happening on YouTube would be the same as happening on the Hangout. So maybe
because YouTube's a different audience. That's all. It's
no, but
audience too.
Well, it's just that what I'm saying is that anybody who's in your ring who will be getting a YouTube link will also have gotten the Hangout link, and they can click the Hangout link. The YouTube video.
Google and YouTube are one and the same. You have an account because they're owned by each other, right? So I couldn't even
automatically.
I couldn't even go on to Google Hangout and schedule a show. It was telling me and redirecting me to do it through my Creative Studio on YouTube.
Well, I'm going to test that exact thing because I think that's going to be where the problem is, right there.
Okay, Chris, I want to say something real quick. Chris, I can hear you perfect.
Ooh.
You can hear me perfect.
Because we're both on the Hangout.
I hear her twice.
That's because you've got sound on the Google Hangouts. You have to mute your mic on Google Hangouts.
I do, and I still hear you twice. Here, I'm going to Google it.
Mute your speaker on, not the mic. Mute the speaker, not the mic. Because now we can't hear her at all. Christina, mute. Okay.
All right, I unmuted it. But where? Okay, you said
mute the speaker. So go double see what happens. Go up to your settings on the Hangout.
Okay, I'm there.
And click on the speakers now. And go to maybe default speakers or something. Like click change something.
It says speaker, Realtek, definition audio, and default speakers.
Try default and see what happens. All you can do is test one and then the other. Okay, to see if that's your problem.
Okay, Solana, speak.
Now unmute your mic, Solana. Unmute your mic.
I hear her good. That was.
I don't hear her at all. Her mic is muted. You're hearing her on BTR. You must be Christina. You must.
I'm muted on BTR.
Don't talk to me in that tone, young lady. See, there's Solana again. Now we can hear Solana. Don't get all defensive now.
Rawr! But
okay.
I hear echo.
Yes, welcome to the Gong Show, everybody.
Right.
Airing Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern on Paranormal Psychic Radio.
The little microphone on the very top, right under my little icon, is on red. It's off.
It's echo, 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 echo.
Okay, I don't know why you're echoing, Solana. Christina, you sounded fine. Okay.
All right, now try it, because now it's got her muted on BTR.
We chased poor Renee Richards away. And we're,
what the hell with that?
And Lisa's praying for us. Praying for us.
Oh my God, people!
Oh, here comes Mike the Weatherman.
Yeah, this is fun. Fun.
Can you guys hear me now at all?
Yes, Christina.
What the heck?
What's it now? Now tell me what you're hearing, and then let's
see. Everyone's hearing you guys. You guys are on Google Hangouts. That's what you're hearing it through. But the caller couldn't hear none of you. They only hear me on BTR.
Somebody mute Mike. Mike brought a lot of noise to us. Mike, okay. Hey, Mike, mute your junk, okay?
I muted him. I muted you, Mike.
Okay, Christina.
Right, so here's the thing. Nobody on BTR can hear any of you. They can only hear me.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah. So, for those BTR people who are going to listen, I'm going to put on a... Get us in the green room. And put on a song.
Okay, well, what's going to have to happen here is then tonight, maybe after my show, I'm going to grab somebody like either Corrine or if one of you guys is up, and we're going to try it again. Because now, who's got the barking dog right now? Christina, is that you?
Yeah, but okay. I am completely muted out of BTR, so I know you guys are hearing me. I'm not
hearing you on BTR, Rob.
No, it's fitting out.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a hangout. Now hang on, because I don't trust somebody that tells me they don't hear. So I'm gonna now unmute BTR and see.
Why wouldn't you trust someone who says they can't hear you?
Because sometimes they're fucking spooks. Their speakers are off. You know what I'm saying?
She could hear me. No, she could hear me fine. Okay. I was having a conversation with her, and she couldn't hear a word you were saying.
Okay. And that was Corrine?
No, that was the caller on 402.
And caller on 402.
And I'm here.
I see Lisa. I heard her really good.
Well, who is that? This unmuted.
That was Lisa a second ago that said she's here.
No, it was the caller on 402. The caller on 402, we're not hearing on the Hangout either. The caller on 402 can only be heard on BTR.
Right.
See, there's something wrong here, and this does work. So I got to try it for myself so that I can be, I mean, yeah, it does work because other hosts are doing it regularly, and I talked to exactly one of them, and it's like it's as simple as pie how she sets it up, and so
as simple as pie.
Mm-hmm.
I want a piece of pie.
Except for that, I'm not sure that she selects it to play live on YouTube as well. You know what I mean? She streams it to her web page, to her own website. But and then as I was trying to get you to do, you would do way better, Solana, streaming it live to Facebook than worrying about streaming it live to YouTube, because your YouTube people, they'll find it later on YouTube when it installs onto YouTube, when it automatically uploads to YouTube. Your bigger audience is going to be the Blog Talk Radio and your Facebook audience. Those are going to be your two biggest audiences, in my opinion. And but it's just like that simple. Set up the Hangout, open your BTR show, start your BTR show, and
that's what I'm telling you. I couldn't. I went to Google Hangouts to set it up there, and it wouldn't let me. There was no way to start it. It was directed me to YouTube, to my creative studio.
Right.
I'll tell you. That's what happened. It wouldn't let me.
Simply start the Google Hangout on there. Dial into your Blog Talk Radio show using Skype and a headset. Go live with the Hangout. When the show is, when done with the show, end it and end the Hangout. It saves automatically to YouTube. Then
they're trying to work out the bugs.
Channel on YouTube and edit the video, put it blah 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 blah. It's that simple. So I don't know. I'll have to try. I'll have to try later. And you guys should abort the Hangout now, and you should just go and have the rest of your BTR show and take your callers. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, we got Renee to get her pretty face up there. Now we're going to be hanging out on the Hangout.
That was fun. We're going to get it figured out. It's going to be easy.
We will. We'll get it all figured out, and it'll be fun.
All right.
All right, cool. So we're going to hang this up. We'll see y'all. Thank you guys for joining us in the Hangout here. We appreciate you coming in.